Masquera say Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel's confessions and deep secrets. Kana karike kutanka kukuya paneno channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, but don't forget to comment and share this video. As Zimbabwe tavigira nyaya yabuditswa na Julius Malema abuda achitaura pamusoro PaNhau Ye3rd term, achitaura achiti hazvina kutangira muZimbabwe inyaya yakabva kudhara even South Africa. Thabo Mbeki akambotraya kupinda president for the 3rd time. Constitution yavo ichitaura iyo ichiti haifana kurana for 2 terms. Abuditsa nyaya yeMalema shure mekunge pane nhau iri kunetsa, nhau ye3rd term iri kunetsa muZimbabwe. Supporters of President Mnangagwa are saying he should run for the 3rd term. They know there are other people vari kumira na General Constantino Chiwenga and Vice President Constantino Chiwenga vachiti he should succeed President Mnangagwa kana vachinge vapedza kuseva his 2nd and final term. Tikade kupedza kuitwa mungonzo zvakataurwa NaMalema PaNhau Ye3rd term. Mamadzo zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section.
By the way, Pumzile, President Mbeki, when he was fighting with Zuma, went to Bloemfontein and said, we need a female president before Polokwane. And then he goes to Polokwane, he forgets it's not a female, he stands himself. After he said he wants a female president, and no one called him a flip-flopper, by the way. He's an intellectual, he's a thinker. Right? President Mbeki, the way he was so powerful, we feared that guy. When that guy walked into the corridors of Kosas, he knows we used to run like this. You know, a president we must run to. We run opposite direction, hiding. That if he asks you some difficult question, how are you going to navigate it? Had President Mbeki said Pumzile must be president of South Africa, he was going to write about it. If you don't hear him, he was going to write every Friday about it until you hear him. He was going to argue it intellectually and politically as to why. And with the power he had, we're going to accept it. President Mbeki was the most influential person, even when we went to remove him in Polokwane in the Youth League. No one removed President Mbeki out of hatred. No one removed President Mbeki because we said he doesn't have capacity. We refused a 3rd term. And that was so scary to us because of his proximity with President Mugabe. And we're like, this guy who has a 2/3 says, I'm going to be president of the ANC. The constitution of the country doesn't allow 3rd term. But the guy's got 2/3. He leaves Polokwane straight to Cape Town. He tells them, amend this thing and allow limitless presidents. What are we going to do? We were against the 3rd term, and no one capable was ready to challenge him. That's how much he was feared. Then Zuma said, I've got nothing to lose. That's how he became president. Because we had no one. Not Trevor Manuel could stand. Pumzile could not stand. And look at what President Mbeki did to Pumzile now. She went to join COPE. And then she came back to the ANC. And you must know, in the ANC, once you go outside, when you go back, they say Pumzile, but which one? That one of COPE. So it's like when you leave the EFF, when you go back to the ANC, but we say about which one? The one of EFF. You are still called by your previous post. So she will never, I can tell you now, she will never emerge in the ANC as a female president. So I'm answering the question, what about a female president? We almost, and South Africa was not going to reject that. The ANC was not going to reject that. Here's a man who's popular. They say they remove him as deputy president. They put Pumzile as deputy president. No one fought that decision.
Munene zvakare nyaya the former South African president Thabo Mbeki abuda achiaccusa opposition members of causing xenophobia in South Africa. mugore 2008 kabuda achitaura iye achiti the xenophobia attack yakarongwa nema-opposition members kuti maZimbabweans angari kuSouth Africa awanika achidrivwa back home kuti vanovhota out Mugabe out of power muZimbabwe. Kabuda Tabombeki achitaura during question and answer session kuUNISA, event yaitwa kuUNISA. Kabuda achitaura iye achiti maSouth Africans ayo airarama ari muAlexandra Park iyo inova yakatanga the xenophobic attacks and they have a long history coexist peacefully nemamwe ma-Africans. Nokuda kwekudaro he is very sure kuti vasiro vakatanga this xenophobic attack muZimbabwe. Akabuda achitaura iye achiti iye negovernment yake vakaona ma-meetings airongwa nema-conspirators from Zimbabwe shinzi, but at the time anakuwana chance yekutaura pamusoro penhau iyoyi. Kabuda Tabombeki achitaura iye achiti that township has always had people from all over the continent with no friction. Historically, the African community here has never been xenophobic about other Africans. In 2008, all manner of trouble breaks out in Alexander Township in Johannesburg. Attacks on these foreigners, particularly Zimbabweans, then it spread elsewhere. Xenophobia, xenophobia, Afrophobia, Afrophobia. So, me, I say, when I saw that thing, I'm in government and I was president, I said, but this is not Alexander Township. Alex, for decades, has had Zimbabweans and Mozambicans and this and that and never ever this conflict. Why? There is a mistake we made as government and not to declassify an intelligence document about what happened in Alexander in 2008. That thing was organized to drive the Zimbabweans out of the country back to Zimbabwe because there were elections in Zimbabwe. It was people who were being driven out. They were going to vote against Bob Mugabe there. An intelligence report which has got the names and the dates and venues where people met and planned this and so on. It's presented as an xenophobic attack by the people of Alex against Zimbabweans. It was wrong. It was organized, systematic for a political purpose. Zvabuda zvitaurwa naTabombeki muZimbabwe ndofunga mugore 2008 Robert Mugabe akaluza elections for Morgan Tsvangirai ne-narrow margin. Mnangagwa ndofunga akabuda zvakare achiadmita kuti Robert Mugabe was ready to hand over power to Morgan Tsvangirai muZimbabwe. So zviri kunzi this was the reason xenophobic attack akaitwa kuSouth Africa is they were planned by the opposition. maZimbabweans avanenge vachitiza muZimbabwe achienda kunovhota munyika dzavo, munyika yavo muZimbabwe. Saka zviri kunoona sei nyaya iyi. Tiudzei zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section.